The teaser for Frozen 3 reminds me so much of the Frozen arc in Once Upon a Time, and while I'm sure that's unintentional, I genuinely would love if it followed a similar plot. In case you don't know, in that show, they're preparing for Anna's wedding when they meet this aunt they didn't know about called the Snow Queen, who ends up casting a spell that gets glass shards in everyone's eyes that make them turn on each other.
Finally, I'm seeing you clearly.
And what do you see?
A fraud. A shepherd who has no business being royalty.
Basically, the plot adds in some of the elements of the original Snow Queen fairy tale that were either left out of Frozen or adapted less directly, like the troll mirror. And I think the teaser for Frozen 3 is also hinting at some of these elements, like this seemingly villainous woman living in a snowy alternate realm, who has these little snowflake butterflies that, to me, look and sound like glass shards. Of course, in reality, I think it's likely that this villain is going to recycle the original concept for Elsa, where she was going to be the Snow Queen that needed her frozen heart to be melted by Anna. In fact, when Elsa freezes one of these snowflake butterflies in this teaser, it reminds me of a frozen anatomical heart. But the fact that this is happening at Anna's wedding and the villain seems to be from an alternate realm but knows about Arendelle royalty just reminds me so much of Once Upon a Time. And while I don't normally do this kind of reaction or speculation video, I just had to get this out there now in case there ends up being even more similarities once we find out what the full story is going to be.